Morning, Church. Um, Today, I'd like to speak to you on the topic of encouragement. Now, here's the interesting thing about encouragement. When I first started looking into it, it sounds simple. It sounds like something that everyone should know how to do, you know? And then the more I thought about it and the more I read the passage about it, the more I realized that, hey, it's a little bit more difficult to accomplish than what people think it is. Uh, for some people, it would be natural, so that'd be easier for you. But for a lot of other people, it's going to be a lot harder than what you think it is. And secondly, it's a lot more powerful than what you think it is as well. So, so let's start with a scripture first. Being but encourage one another daily, as long as it is called today, so that none of you may be hardened by sin's deceitfulness. Okay, and encourage one another daily. And this is one of those passages where, in the New Testament, the word encourage appears 105 times. That's a lot. Okay, that's a lot for a word or for an action that the Lord wants to do. And then this is from the Old Testament. It talks about encouraging one another daily. It's almost as though it's something that as Christians we need to do every single day. So what is encouragement? Okay, uh, encouragement is the act of giving courage or confidence of success. It gives you endurance. And the best way to understand encouragement is to understand the opposite, or what we call discouragement. Okay, discouragement means to lose confidence or enthusiasm, or sometimes some people describe it as losing heart to do something. Okay, that's discouragement. Okay, now it is easy to begin to confuse encouragement with a lot of other things that sound similar. For example, a lot of people confuse encouragement with complimenting or praising others. Okay, it may sound like it, but that I'm going to show you that there's a distinct difference. Okay, you're not just telling someone they're good. You're not telling someone that's not encouragement. Okay, it's not just being positive. Okay, and the main difference is that encouragement have a direction and a purpose. Okay, you encourage someone towards a certain direction. Okay, you are giving the person an ability to go further than what they could have without your encouragement. Okay, encouragement is also not education. You're not educating yourself, or you're not educating someone, and there's no way to educate someone into endurance. Okay, encouragement is also not about faith or spirituality. You know, so and even though that may have a large part of it, but that's not the basis of it. And this is where I want to tell the story of Elijah the prophet in the Bible. Okay, so we know Elijah the prophet in the Bible. He defeated the prophets of Baal. God showed an amazing miracle. A fire came down and consumed the sacrifice. You guys know the story. Okay, but here it's where it gets really interesting. Okay, because if you look at it, okay, Elijah's level of faith is really high. I mean, you need a lot of faith to not only challenge the prophets of Baal, but to tell them to pour water all over the sacrifice. Okay, and then a few passages down, you see that he's so discouraged, he is almost suicidal. Okay, and so you can ask yourself, what is going on? Okay, did he lose his faith? Did he not believe in God? No, I don't think so. Okay, I believe that there's few people that have that kind of level of faith as the prophet of Elijah. Okay, he believed God. Okay, his relationship with God wasn't any different. His faith in God was there. He believed God. He's seen the miracles. He know what God can do. But there's something else going on. Okay, and that is discouragement. Okay, so discouragement is not the lack of faith. Discouragement not the inability to believe in God or to believe in what He can do. Okay, the discouragement is the opposite of encouragement. Okay, it's the lack of encouragement. Okay, the scripture, the writers of Hebrew talk about encouraging one another daily. In fact, so that's got to be some truth to it. There got to be something to do with encouragement that is different than just being spiritual or having faith or having a good relationship with God. Okay, so you can have a great relationship with God. You can be full of faith, but still be discouraged. Okay, that's a concept you need to understand. Okay, so and sometimes it's hard for you to even after describing what encouragement is and what discouragement is and what encouragement is not. Okay, it's a little bit hard to wrap your head around it unless I share with you some stories. Okay, so what I thought I'll do is that I'll show you a video clip of someone who ran a half marathon, and she's sharing about what encouragement did for her. Okay, after she shares that in a video, we'll come back and then I will expound on what encouragement means. So sit back and watch this video.
I'll give you some background on me. I'm not a runner. I'm barely a person who likes to work out, let's just be honest here. But I went ahead and I signed up for a half marathon, 13.1 miles. I was nervous at first, but I have to admit, when race day came, I was inspired, I was motivated. The music was blasting, the fans were cheering, and before I knew it, I was off. I was doing it, I was running this half marathon until about mile 7. If you've done this before, you know that at mile 7 is when you start to question life. I certainly did. I wondered what I was doing there in the first place. Why did I sign up for this? Is there a shortcut to the finish line? I was exhausted. My feet were killing me. I was out of breath, and I really wanted to quit. My brain kept thinking about food. I almost gave up. But then I got a phone call. It would change the course of that race for me. So out of breath and on the brink of giving up, I answered that call. Hello, because that's how I felt. And the voice on the other end shouted, "You are awesome! Don't give up! Keep going! You've got this! You're gonna finish this race. You are gonna finish strong because you're a champion and you've got what it takes." It was like verbal sunshine. I was so encouraged. I picked up my feet, I picked up the pace, and I ran that race all the way to the finish line.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, let's look at a video. Okay, the video was about running. Okay, and this is where the differences come in. Okay, education is about learning how to run. Okay, so in the video you saw that she was dedicated. She knew how to run. So the issue was that at the 7 miles, she was wanting to give up. All right. Okay, so more education, teaching you more on how to run, is not going to cause you to run past 7 miles. Okay, motivation is about a reason to run. Why are you running? Okay, she was motivated to run. Okay, the motivation at the first mile, the motivation at the 7th mile was still the same. Something did not happen to her to cause her to change her reason for running or to lose her reason for running. Okay. Praise and compliment. Praises and compliments, it's about making you feel good about running. Okay. Did she get a lot of it? I'm not sure, but I don't think that would cause you to run more than 7 miles. If someone were just to praise you and say that, you look like you run really well, How about encouragement? Encouragement is different. See, encouragement was the thing that caused her to run past 7 miles. Okay, encouragement, it's a kind of a support, an emotional support that keeps you running. It stops you from quitting or giving up. Again, that's what encouragement is. Encouragement takes it beyond motivation, beyond praise, beyond compliment. Okay, motivation has a role. Okay, you want to be motivated, you need to have a reason to do what you're doing. Okay, education is about how to do it. Okay, praise and compliment is about your emotional state, and those are all good and important things. But sometimes, for you to go the distance, for you to keep on going, you need encouragement. Okay, people around you need encouragement. Encouragement can only happen when you have a direction. Okay, that's another important thing to understand. In the video we saw, it's about running. Okay, there was a direction. She was trying to complete the race. Okay, you cannot encourage someone if they don't have a direction that they're moving at. Okay, you cannot encourage yourself if you don't have a direction you're moving at. Okay, so let's talk about spiritual gifts first before I go back into encouragement. There's some people that have the spiritual gift of encouragement. Okay, but you don't need to have the spiritual gift to encourage yourself or others. Okay, and being a prophetic church, you understand this very well. Some people are called to be prophets, but that doesn't mean that those who don't have the gift of prophecy, who are not called to be a prophet, cannot prophesy. Everyone can prophesy. Same thing. Everyone can encourage. But some people have the spiritual gift for it, and they do it a lot better than others. Okay. So let's start with encouraging yourself. This is one of the things that when I was training to be a lifeguard, and I was actually qualified to be a lifeguard for swimming pools, as well as later I got my certification to be a rescue diver as well. And so, and one of the things that they always teach you is quite interesting, is that learn to save yourself first, okay, before saving others. Because if you cannot save yourself, you are most likely going to drown whoever you're trying to save. Okay, so the same way, learn to encourage yourself first. If you are struggling to encourage yourself, you could struggle to encourage others as well. Does that make sense? Okay, so how do you encourage yourself? First, where are you going? What is success for you? Okay, and if you don't have a direction, have a direction of looking for a direction. Okay, even searching for a direction itself is a direction. Okay, if you do not know where you're headed or where you should be headed in life, seek the Lord for direction, and that itself would be your direction. Your direction is to seek the Lord for direction. Okay, and let people know. Let people know where you're going in life, what success is for you. What is your direction? Okay, so that they can encourage you. You see, if they do not know, if people around you do not know your direction, all that they're giving you from time to time is compliment or praises, or some positive words. Okay? For someone to truly encourage you, they need to know the direction you're going. Okay? Secondly, celebrate small wins and see how they contribute to your overall success. It depends on the direction you're going at. Okay, don't celebrate every small win. Celebrate small wins that contribute towards your overall goal or direction in which you're headed at. Okay? If your direction is to raise a family of a certain level of success, that will be your direction. If your direction is for promotion, if your direction is to grow a business, if your direction is to grow in your ministry, if your direction is to see lives saved, okay, those are all different directions. Okay, celebrate the small wins and see how they contribute to your overall success. Thirdly, remember that the miracles that happen in your life, and remind yourself that God is on your side. Okay, and sometimes I think we forget that. We are so consumed with the direction we're going in, with the effort that we're putting in, that sometimes we forget the little miracles that happen in our life, or sometimes the big miracles that happen in your life. And those miracles serve as reminders that God is on your side, and you need to remember that. Okay. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 11. Okay, learn to encourage yourself first. Secondly, learn to encourage others. Okay, how do you encourage others? Find out what success means for them. Ask them, talk to them. Where you headed in life. What's God doing in your life. What needs to happen for you to be successful? What does success looks for you? Okay. Secondly, begin to believe in the success of others and let them know you believe in them. Okay. Thirdly, see the reasons why you think they will succeed and tell them about it. Fourthly, help them succeed. Okay, and this is something you need to understand, because I tell you, when you get online and you Google how to encourage others, the amount of stuff out there is amazing. But even more damaging to me is the fact that not the amount of stuff, but a lot of the stuff are not really encouragements. Okay, a lot of them is about being positive. It's about saying kind words, it's about saying positive words. Does that really help someone get to where they need to go? Does that really help them to endure? Does that allow a runner to go past 7 miles? Ask yourself that. Okay? Because to really encourage someone, okay, it's not about the amount of words you say, it's not about what you say, it's about what the impact of those words or those things that you do or the way you say it, it's the impact on them. If it helps them to endure, if it helps them to push past the 7 mile, if it helps them to become a better person, that is encouragement. Okay, let me play you another video clip. Okay, and you're gonna see it's from one of the talent show, and then I will come back and then we'll talk about some learnings from the video. But right now, I want you to just sit back and watch this video, and then we'll talk about it.
Un giorno, sai, per noi verrà la libertà di amarci qui senza limiti, e fiorirà il sogno a noi negato, si sferrerà l'amor gelato.
Okay, Griffin, I want to say something to you.
Okay.
Because you're very nervous.
Yeah.
This was very cold and mechanical for me. I sense there's more in there. I want to hear that warmth, that richness. I want you to just let go for a second.
Okay.
What else you got?
I've got Nessun Dorma.
Let's do that.
Okay. Fredda stanza, guardi le stelle che tramondo amore e di speranza. Ma il mio mistero in su in me, splendida.
Okay, welcome back. Okay, we see from the video, we see a few interesting things. Okay, one is that Simon appears to be critical or negative, but he's actually encouraging the participant. Okay, think about it this way. Okay, he starts off his comment by, that sounded a little bit cold and mechanical for me. It sounds kind of negative or discouraging, but then he continues to say, I sense there's more in you. Okay, you see, Simon is trying to pull out, okay, something in this guy that will allow him to succeed. Okay, Simon knew what he was trying to achieve. He knew what success means for him. Okay, and by Simon doing what he did, it shows, that he believed in him. Okay, now clearly Simon saw him during the audition. Okay, so he knows what he's capable of doing. Okay, and this is the thing, when we encourage others, it's not just superficial things that we say, when we meet. Oh, hi, hello, wow, you're doing really good. These are all really superficial stuff. To encourage someone, you really need to go much deeper. You need to understand where they're going, what they have done, and then, only then, can you believe in them. Okay? Because Simon saw the earlier auditions, he knew what this boy was able to do, so he knew how to pull it out of him. Okay? So then the second one that we see, is a more superficial level of encouragement, but it still helps. Okay? There's his friend, you saw his friend shouting from the balcony during a kind of like an intermission in the song, and then the rest of the crowd clapping and cheering. Those are other forms of encouragement. Okay, and those help a little bit. Okay, but I want to challenge you. That when you encourage others to go deeper, to find out what they're working on, where they're headed in life, and then to truly believe in them. Okay, and to let them know that you believe in them, and to be that support. Okay, and it will make a big difference. Okay, do you know that the ability of others to succeed sometimes could very well depend on just your ability to encourage them? Okay, so think about that. Okay, by you believing in others, okay, and letting them know and coming alongside them to be the encouragement that they need, you will allow them to succeed, and without you, they may have never succeeded. So here are some key takeaways. Okay, encouragement is essential to success. Secondly, learn to encourage yourself. Thirdly, learn to encourage others, because God has more for you and more for your life. And encouragement is a way, or is an essential way, to bring about those miracles and those successes. Let us pray.